Welcome to Grace to Care. Take a breath, pull up a chair, little laugh, little truth to share with Grace to Care. Together.
Hello, hello. Welcome to our Pause on the Porch. We're here for another Wednesday. Taking that moment to take a deep breath together. And we just want to welcome you wherever you're meeting us from. We want to hear, let us know you're here. Where are you joining us from? What part of the city? What part of the country? So where are you coming from? We want to know, how's your week going? If you had to tell us in one word, how are you feeling today? We're just so excited to have you guys here with us. We're happy to meet you here. We want to know you're here. we want to chat with you, not at you. So let us know, who are you? Where you're coming from? How you doing this week? What's that one word? How we feeling? Drop it in the chat. Talk back. We'd love to hear from you guys. So. Today, talking about how we're doing this week, sometimes in caregiving, it can feel really heavy. I kind of felt like I had that conversation this morning where it was really heavy. And so today, we just want to talk about the little things that may help us breathe again for a moment. Those things that bring a little light to the heavy in our day-to-day interactions. And so, just thinking today about what is the one thing, what's that one small thing that makes your day better? And drop it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you guys. What's that one small thing that makes your day better?
Oh, listen, I'm thinking about that too while you're talking out here. Hey. I've just been thinking too, what's that one small things? Because something, Jess, is a lot of times we want it to be big things. So I love that you said, what's that one small thing? And you know what I'll have to say that makes my day better? Order. Like if I know the order of the day or how things are going to go, it could just be one little small thing like today, and getting Willie. And he just said very clearly, it's like, yeah, we do this at this time, but I kind of like to watch this morning show. And just me knowing that one little thing that, I was usually trying to get him up or get him moving during that time. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. And he's like, yeah, I really like to see it. I said, hey, listen, no problem. Now I was able to just make the adjustment, and it just made the day so much better because I would be running to kind of get that done. When in reality, that's not even a space of time. So order, just sometimes knowing the little things that can help to accommodate the one that we love and we care for can make my day or our day better as well.
Absolutely. And again, we just want to say welcome as you guys are coming in and joining us on the porch. Again, we'd love to hear from you, who you are, where you're coming from. And we talked about that one word, how we're feeling today. So drop it in the chat. Let us know. Fern and I are just talking about what's the one small thing that instantly makes your day better. And she talked about order. I'm an order girl too. I like some order with my lists and my process, right? What I loved about what you said, though, is also that flexibility in the order, because sometimes that's important. But one small thing, it makes me think about, for me, sometimes it's just taking that time out, even just for a minute. It was interesting. Last week, we were having sort of a scrapbook retreat at my house with some family and friends. And one of the things we did during the day, because there was so much sitting, is we would get up and do dance breaks. Like we'd put on a song and have to do a dance break. And I was thinking to myself, what a great idea. I sit at my computer a lot for the work that I do. And like just to get up and play a song that has such good movement to it, joy in it, and you're moving your body, and I just was like, wow, this is a little bit of exercise, but it goes a long way when you're sitting and sitting and sitting. And because every time we did it, it just instantly, the mood would rise, the affect would rise, the motivation would rise. And so I was like, wow, what 3-4 minutes of your day, just a quick little something that gets you going, How about for you guys out there? What are those one little things you can do that just it may not change everything, but it makes your day a little bit better. If you're in that routine, maybe it's a favorite food or a favorite song, might be a favorite quiet moment or a quiet place where you step into for a little bit. Something that always makes you laugh, right? Y'all let us know. Drop it in the chat. We want to hear from you. What are those things that just make the small things that make a difference when you're in the day-to-day of things? How about for you, Fern? What are some of those? Is there a quiet moment or a favorite song?
Oh, it's songs. So I have to say songs. I know one time we talked before about some of our favorite songs, but songs really do lift me, and songs really do set the pace or can reorder the pace. So sometimes, you could feel exhausted, or maybe sometimes you feel sleepy, and just like you want to take a nap. So may not be exhaustion, just want to just take a nap, or kind of having that carb let down, right? You had those carbs and now it's telling your body we're going down. But I find that songs, lift me up, and getting that movement, in. You talked about comfort foods. I have to be so careful because I can be a snack queen. So I can be the queen of snacks. But I love crunchy and I love chewy. Anything that's crunchy. So you give me kettle chips. That's like a for me. If you give me chewy, like a soft, chewy, warm cookie, I'm good to go as well. So comfort foods, chewy, salty, and crunchy, and then chewy and sweet work for me.
Absolutely. How about from you guys? What are some of those things what are your foods, your songs, your quiet moments that let us know? Drop it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. I think about quiet moments because I am somebody who's got to power down for a minute, right? I think I may have shared this before, but when I worked in the preschool, I used to, when I needed those moments, when just sensory overload and needed to reorder myself, I would step into our resource closet. It had all the supplies in it. And because it was always just a conversation like, okay, I love school supplies. So being in the supply closet was like, yes. Fun fact. It just gave me a moment to breathe, to think, to be creative. It helped me reorder my mind, like what's here in this closet that I can use to reorder the situation. But it also gave me a moment to myself to just take a deep breath, put my mind on a different track. My other place is outside. Sometimes I just have to walk outside and breathe some fresh air or let the sun hit my body, even if it's just for a couple minutes, So those quiet moments can bring me some peace, when I'm the small things.
I love it because you talked about outside. So I'm the outside girl that right before I get ready to go check the mailbox, I will take my shoes off and walk the grass down to the mailbox and then back up, because it's something about having that space with nature and God's creation and just getting out there. Sometimes I'll even sit out there. I think that when people drive by, they probably think I'm, a little hoo-hoo, because I'm just sitting out by the mailbox in the grass in the front yard, and I'm just out there just talking to God and just getting a quiet moment. That brings me great peace too.
Listen, I'm right there with you. I keep telling people, I said, I'm in the go touch grass season of my life. Just go touch grass. Get orange, go touch grass.
Just go touch grass. I like that.
It is so real in this season. Like there's so much going on. And we know that you guys have that too. You're caregiving. So we know you've already got a lot on your plate, but we know you have other parts of your life, your job, your kids, your spouse, right? So, we want to hear from you. What are some of those things you guys do? Do you have some tips and tricks or things that really do that for you? And even just to get reconnected to that, because sometimes we get so busy we just don't even think about those little things we know we can do, so we'd love to hear that from you. What are you guys doing what's your version of go touch grass? Right? or that song that just does it,
right.
So
let us know. That person who doesn't like to touch grass. I remember my daughter was small and you take her outside and she would kind of keep holding her hand. Like she did not want to touch anything, right? So I
Yeah,
love it.
little
What's your
little
version?
kids are funny about grass.
Yeah. I was like, what's your version of it? Go touch grass. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So what's that something that always makes you laugh or brings joy? That small joy.
Mhm. Mm. Children. Children
Mm,
make me laugh
me too.
because children are hilarious.
They really are. They really are. Yep.
It's
I
like
remember when I
they have
go
no
ahead.
filters.
Mm-mm, they don't. It is fun to see the world through their eyes. So, yeah, I used to do that too. When I worked at the hospital, I used to work at a preschool while I got prepared to be a counselor. And then when I worked at the hospital, I didn't work as much with little children. I worked with adolescents, and I kept finally I just resolved, like, I need children to be my happy place. And they used to laugh at me because I used to go back to the preschool and visit kids because I was still really connected there. Because I was like, I need some children in my life. So I understand that really
Me
well.
too.
Um, and sometimes, like, I like comedians and things like that. I definitely grew up in a house full of wit and sarcasm, so sometimes I just like a good who's got some good comedy for me. I follow a few comedians, just have a little listen, a little video or two once in a while. um,
Mhm. Yesterday, my daughter and I asked her, I said, there are three funny moments that I always remember about Winton. And I said, I wonder if you and I have the same three moments. And last night we just laughed so hard because we had the exact, and not just the exact ones, but we thought she said them in the exact order that I was thinking. Like when he was a super, I think he might have been like 3 or 4. He used to love to stay up and see everything. And one time he was so sleepy, Jess, he just kept, nodding his head. And then finally he looked up at us and he says, I'm so sleepy. And so that's one of our funny ones. And we literally last night in the car just laughed so hard. And then our second one was one time we were at an amusement park. He just kept calling her this nickname. He was like, Nicole, Nicole McKay. And he was just calling her name. And he just kept saying, why are you calling her Nicole McKay? He says, oh, that's her nickname. It's like, no, it's not. He's like, oh, all those people back there, they all have nicknames because it was, and they were all calling each other pumpkin, just different nicknames. And I said, yes, but they know that that's their nickname. And that's why they're answering. So she's not going to answer you. And so we laughed hard about that. And then the last one was one time when he was very young and we didn't want to take him shopping with us. So we told him we were taking him to Herd. And Herd was where we lived, right? And so he just said, oh, I'm going to Herd. I'm going to Herd. He was super excited. And we pull up in the driveway and Willie comes to the door. He says, this is not Herd. This is our house. And he just started crying. But that was our favorite. So those are things. So I said, children make me laugh. They do.
Yeah, I love those family moments where like every time you talk about it, the whole room is gonna erupt. That we have a few that I won't share because my sister will kill me if I put it out there on the interwebs. So I'm gonna protect that one story. she legit would kill me. But we have some moments where we might have had some incidents with food and whatnot. And I had brothers that didn't even have to try to find trouble. So and I don't mean big trouble, but like I remember one time they started building a house next to us. The neighborhood was well past established, but it was private property that they were building on next to us. It became a mud pit. And my brother, unbeknownst to any of us, went bike riding through the mud, and he came home head to toe, his entire bike caked in that red Georgia mud, right? And I called my mom because I was babysitting. I was probably like 13 at the time. And she said, take the hose to him. He's not coming in that house. So As an older sister, I might have enjoyed getting to take the hose to that child covered in that red Georgia clay, right?
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my
Things
goodness.
that really do just make you laugh.
Absolutely. Hey, and we know we all have families. What are some of your family stories? What are those moments that just brighten up your day? Things you think about, things you do, like we talked about, those comfort foods, those songs, those quiet moments. You drop it in the chat. Let us know you're here. And what are those things that just help you make your day better, right? Even in the midst of the heavy, and even if it's not so heavy, it doesn't always have to be super heavy. We can still make our day better. Right?
Our day better. I love it. I love it.
Um, so, I think about this one question we were talking about, the small joy this week. And I think this is a great way for us to kind of go out this week with our paws on the porch. What can we do, that small joy, and why is that important?
Yeah. I think going back to something that we talked about when we first came in, it's like it's not always looking for the big and the big bang and the big boom, but it is about looking for those, little small spaces and places that bring you joy. And it could be something as simple as pausing on the porch, right? That was a joy, just to sit back and reflect, just for these few moments, and to laugh, right? To bring laughter. We do read that laughter is good, right? It's medicine, right? And so that's a small joy. I count it all joy, right? Count everything joy. That was a small joy for me, even on this week.
That's one of the things I actually love about you. There is always laughter and there is always joy. It follows you. So I just put that out there. I appreciate that about you. Small joys. I think it's different for each of us, right? Like, what are those things that we count as the small joys? Because we're all wired differently, different personalities, different needs, different sensory, and so I think for me, the small joys, it comes twofold, because I'm very sensory sensitive. So sometimes small joys come in just letting my brain unwind a little bit in those practical ways. Like, my favorite thing right now is the bilateral music, because I literally can feel it bouncing in my brain, but it just calms my body down, and love that. But I also just love the little points of connection, right? Like yesterday, I literally was praying. I was having a hard day, and I literally prayed, and no joke, 2 minutes later, my aunt, who I haven't talked to in forever, sent me a message of just encouragement. So just those little points of connection that are just so intentional and valuable, even though they don't have to take a lot of time, or you don't have to deep dive into all the things, but those are so good. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, it's been good sitting out on the porch with you.
absolutely, you too. And as we're coming to a close today, even if you're watching the rewind of this, and we still want to hear from you. Where are you coming from? Who are you? What are those things that help you? Drop a comment, share it with somebody. And as we're closing, I just want to encourage everyone to intentionally create small, joyful moments for yourselves by the end of the week, right? We've got a couple more days in this week, a few more days, but what's just one thing you can do this week just to make room for that small, joyful moment? So be thinking about that, and we will plan to see you here next week. We're so thankful you joined us today. You took a pause for yourself and just joined the conversation, and we will meet you here again next week for another Pause on the Porch.
Living, you're never meant to walk alone. We're graced to care together.